Hi there. Welcome back to Life Reconsidered with your girl, Dr. T. As always, today we want to continue our conversation and look at effective strategies to manage high functioning anxiety. First and foremost, identify your specific triggers and symptoms. If possible, write them down. If you want a refresher, you can listen to the previous episode where we discuss some of the symptoms of high functioning anxiety. If you are a parent who has a child struggling with high functioning anxiety, you want to work with your child to write their specific triggers down. Observe the symptoms that your child is struggling with. If there are additional symptoms or triggers that you as a parent have not observed, your child will be able to tell you, and you can add those on the list. The reason is that you want to look at specific coping strategies that will help you. There are so many coping strategies out there, and some of which we're going to be discussing in this episode. But it's important for you to identify specific coping strategies to the specific symptoms that you are dealing with. Some of the coping strategies that have been known to help people dealing with anxiety and high functioning anxiety are, first and foremost, managing your sleeping patterns. You want to avoid working late into the night, taking on more work. Working late into the night will only decrease the quantity and quality of your sleep. Many people don't get REM sleep when they work late into the night and they take on so much. So it is important for you to regulate your sleeping pattern. Aim at soothing yourself to go to bed. If possible, avoid using sleeping medications or sleeping aids. But in the event where you need to use those, talk to your doctor for his or her advice on how and when and what type of medication will work best for you. If you are a parent and you have a child struggling, I would recommend using natural means, for instance, dimming the lights, setting a specific bedtime, if there's a specific bedtime routine to help soothe your child to go to bed, use those first before you think of medication. You want that to be the last resort, particularly for a child. In addition to that, you want to develop specific exercises, especially relaxation techniques that will help ground you mentally. In the last episode, we learned that people struggling with high functioning anxiety tend to overthink and have racing thoughts. So it is important for you to develop specific realization techniques that will help you to relax you and ground you mentally and physically, especially in the seasons where you have a lot to do. In addition to finding relaxation techniques, you want to pay attention to what you eat. Eating healthy helps to also support your body. When people experience anxiety, there's a tendency to have easy food, grab and go, sugary food, or fatty food. And those can tend to exacerbate your anxiety symptoms. So, paying attention to eating healthy, incorporating some fruit and vegetables is good for your body and also good for your mind. So, pay attention to those. Additionally, learn to show yourself some empathy and compassion. It's important. People who struggle with high function anxiety, like we learned, struggle with, perfectionism. They have this high standard of themselves, which in turn makes them self critical and self judgmental. Learning to show yourself some compassion or cutting yourself some slack, so to speak, will help you to develop self esteem. It will boost your self esteem. And your self esteem is a very important item for your mental health. Boosting your self esteem will help you stay grounded and be more confident. If you have a child who is struggling with some of the symptoms of perfectionism, teach them to cut themselves some slack. Remind them it's not about perfectionism, it's about putting your best foot forward. If that means you're not a perfectionist, it's okay. And help to validate their feeling and remind them people ain't judging the way they're judging themselves. So help the child to develop some good self-esteem to boost their self-confidence. Last but not least, you can always seek out therapy. Talk to an outpatient therapist. If it's a group therapy, try and get some help professionally. The reason is that it gives you a safe, healthy outlet to validate what you're going through and also to normalize the symptoms that you're going through. Normalizing some of these symptoms will help you to use the coping skills that you have developed in a more effective way. So please don't hesitate. There is help out there. Find help, seek help, and know that you are not fighting your battles all by yourself. High functioning anxiety symptoms can be devastating, especially to our young adults. So let's pay attention, especially as the grown-ups and the adults in their lives, and get them some help. If you have questions, please don't hesitate. Send me an email at mylifereconsidered@gmail.com, and I will do my very best to respond to your questions. That's all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.